Since you guys have to know hydrocarbons, I went ahead and gave you the easiest hydrocarbon. Here's all the formulas though, and we're going to name these. So CH4, that is methane. And please go ahead and try to pause this and then see if you can name all these. But for this one, let's do the Lewis structure too. Carbon has 4 electrons, and then hydrogen has 4 times 1 electron. So we have 8 total. Carbon in the center. We're going to draw our 4 bonds. And 2, 4, 6, 8, minus 8, 0. We're good to go. Octets filled, duets filled. All right. Anyways, so there's that. Carbon and oxygen. What is this called? 2 nonmetals. So carbon monoxide. You don't want this in your house. So yes. So this one right here, I believe this is a metalloid, but this one is going to be named like 2 nonmetals. So we're going to go try, I want to make sure I spell this right, silicon, tetranitride. Remember the IDE and prefix, since there's 3 and 4. How about this one? So PO4, what is that? It's 3 minus, right? And if I have 3x plus negative 3 equaling 0, x is going to have to equal what? Not whatever I was just writing. X is going to equal 1, right? Oh, but it's silver anyways. We know silver always has a +1 charge. So this is going to just be named silver phosphate, right? Silver has a +1, Cd has +2, Zn has 2+, and Al 3+. So I'll go ahead and write that down here. Oh, look, 2+. Okay, so same thing. Silicon disulfide, right? Take off the UR and put IDE. What about Pabst Blue Ribbon right here? This is phosphorus tribromide. And this? Zinc oxide. How about this bad boy right here? What do we got? OH minus, right? That's hydroxide. This is aluminum, and it only has 1 charge. So, aluminum hydroxide. And that's how you do that part. All right. So let's work backwards here. We're given a name, and we gotta write the weird terminology that chemists use. Let's start with this. Chloride, Cl minus, right? Mercury, we know that's Hg. And mercury 1, what is mercury 1? Isn't that Hg2 2+, right? The way I remember mercury 1 is it's technically this Hg plus and Hg plus. They just form a diatomic and have a charge of Hg2+. So I have positive 2 plus negative 1 x equals 0. I'm going to need x is going to equal 2. So my formula should be Hg2 Cl2, right? That should be my formula. Okay, moving on. Nitric acid. So first thing we can put AQ, and it's got a hydrogen, right? Nitric, ick. I ate it and it was ick. So we know we're talking about nitrate, right? So NO3 and the charge NO3 minus, and then we have H plus 1 plus negative 1 equals 0, so it's HNO3 aqueous, nitric acid. Alright, here's a harder one. Sodium dihydrogen phosphate. Dihydrogen H2 phosphate PO4, right? We know that's phosphate. The normal charge on phosphate is 3 minus. The normal charge on hydrogen is plus. If we have two of them, positive 2 plus negative 3 equals negative 1, right? So this should just have a negative 1 charge. So positive 1 and negative 1, NaH2PO4. There's that one. Phosphorus acid. So we have H, AQ, us. If I ate it and it was ick, then it must have been, but it was just right for us, so ite. Right, phosphite. So then PO3, right? The charge on the phosphite, that's PO3 3 minus. So 3 positive and 3 minus, H3PO3. Phosphorus pentafluoride. So we see this should be our first clue right here. Phosphorus is P, fluorine F, and penta means 5. There you go. Selenide. Copper 1 selenide. Cu Se. What's the charge on selenium? Anybody know? Copper. Oh, sorry. I don't have a periodic table in front of me, so selenium is 2 plus, or 2 minus, I'm sorry. And copper 1, that's 1, so we're going to need 2 of them. Right? Okay. Calcium sulfate. SO4. SO4. What's the charge on sulfate? 2 minus. What's the charge on calcium? 2 plus. 2 plus plus negative 2. They balance out. So that's your formula. Mercury 2 bromide. Mercury 2 is this, right? Or not Mg. I lied. It's past midnight, so I have an excuse. Hg2 plus. That's mercury 2, right? Bromide. Bromide, what is that? Where does that come from? Bromine, right? Br minus. So, put these together. HgBr2, right? You need 2 of those to cancel. And there you go. I hope that helps you on naming stuffs. Goodbyes.